Hello, everybody. This is Karma, and I'm coming at you with some childhood games, whether that's a good thing or a thing. I think the best way to get into this is to just hit start, so, we're gonna hit new game here in the load menu. And, we're gonna win! Awesome! And by that I mean, run starts now. So, gosh, where to even start with this game? Story-wise, Jimmy Neutron has an evil doppelganger in another dimension named Jimmy Negatron, who is just like Jimmy but has a goatee. And that's how you— oops, I keep thinking I can skip that. It's fine, don't worry about it. So, we made it— oops. We set up a time machine in the museum, and Jimmy Negatron used that to lock onto our signal and trap us in Jimmy Negatron's dimension. So now we're taking the time machine and going back to the museum in Jimmy Neutron's dimension, but surprise, it was double trapped because Negatron knew we would escape, so we've now been sent to this ravine where we're being chased by a— what again? Oh yeah. Okay, just checking. Anyway. I think I actually skipped an item, but that's okay. Basically, there's a bunch of items that you can collect that are part of different inventions. And, yeah, I skipped one of the, speed booster items, but that's fine, honestly. Jimmy doesn't need that. He goes plenty fast while standing weirdly on Goddard. I will grab this hammer real quick. Because we'll want that for an earthquake later. Yes, you heard me right, we want that for an earthquake. So, 3 different items make an invention, and every time you construct an invention, you have a brain blast, Jimmy's signature, thing, I guess? And yeah, I didn't really get much of a chance to slow down and talk too much in the first one about, like, just how weird the controls are in this game. But, you may have been able to tell that Jimmy has tank controls in this game. And, it's just as awkward as it looks. Also, we just picked up some time glue, which is an extremely normal thing to have.
Careful in here, Goddard. Oh, Nugget.
But yeah, another reason, or another thing to point out, is that Jimmy is standing with his legs through Goddard, and I'm pretty sure that only happens if you run forward during the initial cutscene where Jimmy needs to get on Goddard to run away from the water. Oh, goodness. But yeah, like I said before, this is kind of a childhood game, and there's a couple stages later that I actually still think are kind of neat. Oh, anyway, that's the end of that, and we're immediately out into the pier.
Showing me which way to go.
I'm gonna grab this bicycle pump even though I don't really need it. Technically speaking, this stage has thrown a DMCA on my stream once or twice, but no, it's only been once, but if I keep talking, then, it won't be an issue. And I actually do not recognize this song from anything else, but apparently it was something that, THQ, or, the AWE, was it, I think, that made this game?
A radio!
Actually used in quite a few of their games, so it's probably something that
Thanks, boy. I can make them.
they frequently used.
Right, wow.
And there's another brain blast.
All I need to do is find an activator for
Just
this,
for good
then I
measure.
can use it.
And also, 90% of the time, when you create an invention, you don't actually have access to it consistently. You actually just need to find an activator for it so Jimmy can use it. So, Scream, that cool invention we just made,
Way to go.
we have to find specific points in the game where they think that we actually get to have it. Alright, anyway, we're almost done with this stage. The whole point of this stage is that now that we've escaped the water that was chasing behind us...
Way to go.
Jimmy, you're talking over yourself. I can't even think. We need to construct a submarine. Because that is just an...
not how it works.
Okay, we actually just died there. Feel free to...
An egg.
When you run out of HP or if you take a fall, you actually take a really quick time travel back. And so there's no consequences to anything in this game other than lost time, which is probably good. It's gonna be just a regular color submarine. But yeah, we need to get back to Jimmy Negatron's underwater lab so we can try escaping again. Anyway, here's the crane that
I just have to
you normally have at these kinds of piers to assemble submarines. So we just got to get all these parts and bring them back on. You can save a little bit of time by lowering it before you actually reach it so that it intercepts the submarine piece. So you may have noticed that the category on this is, oh, buddy? Hey, buddy, how you doing? Are you gonna hurt me while I'm doing this? No? Alright, I guess this is my that's never happened before, because I don't think I've ever had one of these chase me into the crane. I don't know what I did to do this. That's one of Jimmy Negatron's evil robots.
Okay, the sub?
There we go. The sub.
Wow! This is incredible, Goddard! Now,
Oops. The cutscenes in this game are really something else. I do recommend playing or watching a non-cutscene skipping playthrough of this at some point, because, like, they're painful in a really funny way. So, we need to get into Jimmy Negatron's lab, so we need two things. We need a key and something that's over here that I actually don't remember what it is. It's a key item. And the submarine controls are really, really, really painful as well, in case you just needed a little bit more. I guess this one's the key. The other one's the item that I don't remember. It's like a gem or something.
right, here's the key!
So we have... Oh my gosh, that is like the smoothest I've ever turned around in there. Normally I bash against the wall a few times. Gosh. Okay. So, the category for this game... God, every time I'm about to say that, more things pop up that I want to talk about. Don't pay too close attention to the blocks that these ruins are made out of. It's fine. I want this drum.
Drum! Brain blast!
So that we can have our brain blast.
All I need to do is find an activator for this, then I can use it.
So now we have the ability to cause earthquakes. It's fine, that's just how it is. Please, pick up the rock, Jimmy. Okay, so this gem gets us into the outside layer of the lab, and the key that we got before gets us into the inner layer. But yeah, those blocks at the tops of the ruins are definitely giving us a look. And we don't think about it too hard. Okay, now for sure I'm going to talk about the category. So the normal speedrun for this game does a lot of saving and loading with Jimmy in different states, like climbing or floating, basically. And the main speedrun for this game kind of just, like, gets through every stage instantly, and you don't really get to see much of anything. So I wanted to play the stages kind of as intended, vaguely. I'll still do like a couple minor skips. Whoops. I thought that was a cutscene. And as you might be able to tell, going vertically in the submarine is a struggle. Alright, cool. We're back in Negatron's lab, so let's go escape for real this time.
Bicycle pop.
And by that I mean, ouch my shins. Okay, bye. Okay, so we're back in the museum. Technically I could just open the pause menu to select a stage, but I kind of want to just like show the museum a little bit as I'm running through. We're gonna head over to the Egypt exhibit. So the story for this stage is that Jimmy Negatron has kidnapped Miss Fowl, as well as Jimmy's parents. And for some reason, they don't recognize that it's not Jimmy Neutron, and it's Jimmy yeah, they don't recognize the goatee, and they all think it's just Jimmy Neutron doing all of this. So, Jimmy Neutron has to rescue his teacher and parents. Oops. You know what? That's fine. It put me in the right spot anyway. If you can't tell, the tank controls are kind of brutal. There are some games that are like designed decently around the tank controls, and I will state the potentially controversial opinion that Croc does tank controls well, and they design the stages and the controls like with what you have in mind. This game does not. We're still in a museum, I'd also like to point out. So we're going from the Egypt exhibit to the Sandstorm exhibit, a normal thing to have in the museum. Actually, Jimmy comments on this, saying that Negatron must have set this up. So... Oi! The pull was too strong. It's fine. We're just in the Sandstorm exhibit. Don't think about it too much. Okay, and now we move on to the Sphinx exhibit. The Sphinx is having a normal one. Alright, and now we just have to do some colors. Some color combination. Featuring tank controls. Trying to steer very clear of the gems as I'm walking past them, because if you go anywhere near one, you kind of tend to just like magnet into it and pick it up again. They speak in purple, orange, and green. And who's ready for some agility XP? Get your 10k, baby. It's the agility pyramid, but garbage. Okay. But yeah, since there's not really that much of a punishment for quote-unquote dying, Like, you can really just easily push the speed like that and take silly risks. Granted, obviously, every time you do that, it's a little bit of a time loss, but... You know, you're allowed to take some risks in this game. Which I definitely do appreciate that they didn't make it super punishing. It's not too much to talk about here on the agility pyramid. But yeah, nobody seems to recognize that it's not Jimmy Neutron, which is really funny considering the goatee and all. And Jimmy Negatron's general plans are just cause chaos and make Jimmy Neutron's life miserable, which includes brainwashing Cindy with Black Flurp, which is like an offshoot of Purple Flurp that he's invented. And so one of the plot points in this game is that Cindy is in love with Jimmy Negatron, and Negatron keeps taunting Neutron with that. Anyway, we rescued Miss Fowl, and now Jimmy's parents are not having a great time. Let's fix that. We're now in the pyramid itself, I guess. We got a bunch of breakaway tiles here. If you want to see the pattern that they're in. Oops.
Of course, that's not how it
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did it spawn me? Okay, there we go.
X-ray glasses.
Wow, cool. The X-ray glasses let you see what tiles are real. Just figured I'd show that a little bit. There's another... Wait, hold on. We don't actually use this item ever, but who's up for another brain blast, right? Ooh. I love this game.
Roll of tape. Brain blast! Okay, all I need to do is find...
Okay, there we go. There's our brain blast. Also, another thing about this game is that you don't control when you take out the water balloon launcher. It just happens when Jimmy crosses like a point where he says, oh yeah, I should take out the water balloon launcher. Also, the water balloon launcher takes health. So, yeah, you can actually like KO yourself by shooting water balloons. It's great. It won't generally happen, but we're gonna drop down to this platform right here. If we drop down to the one below it, it time travels us backwards. Anyway, water balloon launcher. And a little bit more time with the water balloon launcher. It just kind of feels really arbitrary when Jimmy takes out the water balloon launcher or puts it back away. Whoa, big jump. Okay, I've had a nasty habit of rushing this platforming section and needing to redo it, so I'm gonna chill here. Okay. So you might think that we could, like, theoretically... You know what? I'll show it. You'd think that we can go down here, but there's an invisible wall that blocks us from really making it anywhere other than in that pit. And if you fall down onto the platform down there, it sends you back up here. However, there is a little funny trick from this side. We can at least skip the staircase by taking a death right there.
Time travel safety feature.
Because the checkpoint is also right there. We're gonna take this turn a little wide to grab this rubber band.
Brain blast! Okay, all I need to do is find an activator for this, then I can use it.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Jimmy's brain blast speech. So, by the way, we are still in a museum. Inside a pyramid in a museum. I just really want to let that sink in. So we have some sections here where we need to fight off some mummies. They're robots. And, so, you know, water balloon gun actually does kind of make sense here. So you can actually kind of rapid fire your own water balloon gun if you are turning while you do. If you're not turning, the rate of fire is much lower.
Okay, all I need to do is find an activator for this, then I can...
So you might see me kind of spinning around a little bit when I'm trying to shoot. Each of these mummies takes 2 hits. And after the first hit, they speed up and run away. Oh, I guess I always forget how many bicycle pumps are just, like, in your way. And here's the rapid fire power-up. The rapid fire power-up is nice because it makes it so that your shots don't take energy. Oh, you get... Oh! No, you don't. There we go. Alright, so... here's the key. Great! Are we done with the Egypt stage? No!
There's the... Okay.
But wait, there's another key! The Egypt stage, I believe, does definitely take up the majority of... well, not the majority of the run, but I think it is the longest stage of the run. Once again, pointing out we are still in a museum. Like, I just feel like that stays relevant here. Like, what is all of this doing in the museum? There's like a giant boulder chasing us down this tunnel here. Ooh. Caught on the rock a little bit. You may have noticed that I kind of went around a ramp back there. You do not actually jump off the ramp. As soon as you touch the ramp, you start walking, and then you just fall off the ramp on the other side. And it's, not very conducive to going fast. And it is also just a little jarring every time you, like, hit the sides of this and just start running. They did not make this much of a sliding section. There we go. Okay. And now we have a very, very simple water puzzle.
Goddard is showing me which way to go. Thanks, boy.
The arrow just tells you how many levels you're raising it or lowering it, and it's not that bad to figure out where to go. You just take it to levels you haven't been to before. +3, -1, -1, and then +3 again. You can dive around and there's like an oxygen meter, but like you really don't get much out of exploring in this level. With the extra glasses, you can see a fake wall over there.
This is a
random teleporter in the museum, it's fine. Yeah, this is definitely just like one of those games that I grew up with as a kid, and I was like, oh yeah, video games. I liked playing through this game every now and then. Ooh.
Of course, that's not how it really happened.
Why did you spawn me facing that way?
Time travel safety feature.
Love video games. The screen went black, but I am still in the game here, and I'll have the key shortly.
Yes!
Okay, there we go. Hey, we've been upgraded from a test subject to a science student. Hooray.
Kate! Okay, I have to...
We've rescued our parents now. And you know what? Before I go into the next stage, I do just kind of want to show the museum a little bit. Look at all of these beautiful portraits in the museum. And also upstairs, there's a planetary where you can, or planetarium where you can shove the planets around. It's great. Okay, let's go back out to, town here.
This floor leads out...
So, Carl has been given some black flurb, and instead of being a brainwashing thing, it has just made him a giant. And it's made him hungry.
Here you go!
He craves the burg. So we're gonna go stock up on some food here real quick. Audio balance is great. I love video games. But yeah, basically we just need to feed him enough to turn him back to normal. And in the intro cutscene for this level, Jimmy basically just walks into a hardware store, buys a bunch of components, and also puts in an order at all of the... Oh, please. There we go. So yeah, we're basically gonna be looping back and forth here. Anyway, Jimmy puts in an order for like 1,000 burgers. And he just has the money to do that, I guess. The clerk is just like, yeah, we'll get right on that. You can pick up the burgers at any location in the town. I would just also like to remind you of the controls here.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Okay, I have to...
Alright, well that's the city stage down. Was it Retroville in this game? Or in Jimmy Neutron? I actually forget.
Hey, Jimmy!
So, Libby came over to say hi to us because we've been flirting with Cindy. I think was the reason she came over, and she wanted to like get some... I actually forget exactly why she was over here, but I almost said flirting with Jimmy, and now I did say it, so there you go. You have to contend with those words.
Data on its way to Vox's core.
But yeah, Jimmy now has to rescue Libby, who got kidnapped by Vox, who is infected with a virus that Negatron put in, and so now we're just a bug sprayer, and we're literally just shooting bugs. This is programming, right? For the most part, we're just going to be following the stream here. There's like a couple of parts where we'll do an extremely original maneuver of cutting across a line or two. But for the most part, this is effectively an auto-scroller. Nothing's really particularly dangerous enough to make us have to, like, take anything seriously. We're just gonna go fast. Each one of these bugs takes 2 hits to take out. And the shots have like this really weird homing that is nothing until it's somewhat nearby, and then it's extremely aggressive. which is good enough. We just have to get through 5 gates here before we get to the main bug. Some rapid fire there, but it won't really help too much. Just because it'll wear off before the spot where we would actually have it be useful. We're gonna take a real gamer shortcut there. Wow. Speed running. Alright, just a couple more to go here. Well, one more, and then the quote-unquote boss fight. It's not really much of a boss fight. You ready for another extreme shortcut? Brain blast. Really having a brain blast with that one. The funny thing is, if you just follow the path here, you don't really actually get that many enemies to contend with. It's mostly if you start taking the side paths to look for things, and so many of the side paths are just dead ends in this level. Classic old game, old PC game audio balance. Alright, we're in the last little section here. And I am going to detour just a tiny bit to grab this rapid fire over here, because it is actually pretty helpful this time. Oh no, it's a bug! And an invisible wall. The rapid fire just lets us take it out before it even gets to us and hits us once. Oh, and hey look, there's Libby!
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, those are the main 3 stages done, and now we've got the end game. So we're chasing Jimmy Negatron through time, and he's basically just gone back in time to cause chaos. And that's it. That's really it. I'm also realizing not getting the speed up kinda sucks. I need to get the earthquake again. Oh, this is actually really annoying. Jimmy, don't climb the fence. Winging it a little bit here.
Oh yeah, candy.
Just stealing some snacks here. Well, this is on me for whiffing the speed boost early on. I think I just forgot to pick up either the baking soda or the vinegar. Oh no, this is painful. But yeah, Negatron specifically decides to go back and visit some holidays. Oh my gosh. No! I just need one more hit. The radio doesn't help me, but I'm picking it up.
A radio.
Okay.
Could be useful.
Okay, so we've chased him successfully through Halloween.
What took?
And now we've chased him to Christmas. I don't know why he's specifically, like, going back to holidays. Anyway, here comes the professional strat. Wait. Backing up. You're not real if you're backing up. He doesn't run away from you if you don't actually see him when you're forward facing. Where'd he go? Okay, there he is. So I'm gonna get him. You know what? We're just gonna back up into him from here. This is fine. We only have one more hit to do. There we go. Okay. And now he's chased us off to the, or we've chased him off to the 4th of July. As for why this is chasing him away, we have like a time disruptor bubble or something, and we're attacking his shield. So, as to why Kid Me particularly liked this game, I liked this level because you could fly around on the jetpack, so I would just not even care about Negatron and I would just fly around and explore. It's not even that big of a level, I just like flying around. Whoa. It's a little janky to fly around, but you know, not too bad. Alright, and now we've chased him across the holidays that he cares to terrorize. And now we're back home. Are you ready for this speedrun strat? That's right, we're leaving.
Hey, Jim!
And now we're at the Purple Flurp factory where Negatron is manufacturing Black Flurp as well. So we're here to stop that.
I can make something useful with this.
And we're going to make a burp bazooka. That's right, you heard me. A burp bazooka.
I can make something useful with this.
So, I guess warning if you are averse to burps. Alright, here's our final component.
I can make something useful with this. Brain blast! Yeah!
Oh, dang it. Gotta have another brain blast, though. Anyway, here's Jimmy Negatron's assistant robot, the Herminator. Just waiting for the burp to recharge here. Doesn't even matter if we get hit here. The funny thing is, like, you can refill your burp meter faster by, like, getting Purple Flurp, but the time it takes to get one is usually not worth the amount of time that it takes to, or the amount of time that it saves. So it's like, you might as well just kind of, like, wait. Hey buddy, how you doing? He like hits you and then runs away. We're just waiting for the burp meter one more time. Alright, so now we're into the main factory here. Jimmy is very good at descending stairs. You would descend stairs this way too if you were a genius like Jimmy. So there is one little bit of speed tech that we can do here. That's not it.
Time travel great.
I got a little impatient. That's not the speed tech. It is not get pushed off into the vat of yellow, or wait, no, I got pushed off into the other. Nope, that's still yellow back there. We got blue and red over here. All right, ready for this? It's gonna be awesome. If you... Dang it. Okay, hold on. I want to show this off. Why is it not working now? I'll try one more. I'll try one more time here. Okay, I guess it's not wanting to cooperate. If you land somewhere near that... Like that? Okay, there we go.
Try that again.
It's not even like that big of a time save, but you can skip a decent bit of that platforming by dying somewhere near that second platform there. Because then it respawns you there. Okay, so now that we're at the factory, we need to take out enough of the black flurp without hitting the purple flurp. Oh, get me out of there! Okay. I didn't mean to... The problem is that I'm hitting enter instead of control. Okay, anyway, we need to hit about like 24 of these, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The hitboxes are generous. 21, 22, 23. Oh, 25 then. There we go. Anyway, now that we've defeated Jimmy Negatron, Jimmy Negatron has one more trick up its sleeve, and it is to cause the dinosaur bots at the museum to go haywire. So now we have to take these out with our water balloon gun. I'm like consistently reaching over to like the T and B keys on my keyboard. So if you ever see me turning around when I'm intending to be braking, and that is my brain reaching for the wrong key. A little easier to aim when you're braking like this. Once again, these are the controls. And as soon as you pick up a rapid fire upgrade, Jimmy feels like an action star hero, or an action movie hero. Get back here, you. Rapid fire power up, very helpful here. Okay. 4 more to go.
Rapid fire.
This one's not showing up yet. It's on my map, though. Oh, here we are. You can tell because Carl's being chased by a dinosaur. Carl, you're not Bongo. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. There's one more that's behind that poster up there, and I do love that it always shows up when you get close to it and it breaks through the poster. I think that's fun. Anyway, time stops as soon as this stage is over. So as soon as the cutscene plays here...
I did it! It's finally over! What? Ah!
There we go! It's finally over! And yes, I specifically skipped those cutscenes at that point. And I win! As a lab assistant. Anyway, that's Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron. It's it's a janky experience, but it's kind of charming in its own way. I've got another run to...